Hi or hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and in case you're new here, welcome, and let me just introduce myself very quick. My name is Walter. I'm an Indonesian student studying in Germany, and now I'm on my last semester of my environmental science studies. Yeah, as you guys already can see or read from the title, in this video I'm gonna talk about 5 tips on how to survive German university. Yeah, especially if you're an international student, so you're not from Germany, you just arrived a few months ago, or maybe you just finished your student colleague and then you feel like, okay, what should I do? How can I prepare myself better for German university? Then you click on the right video, and yeah, without waiting any longer, let's just jump right to the first point. So the first point is to plan everything in advance. If you're just about to come to Germany and you're from another country, just make sure that you arrive not few days or few weeks before the semester starts. Just make sure that you arrive like 1 month earlier, I will say, because you also have to deal with registration, opening bank accounts, or also dealing with the residence permit. So there are many things that you need to do, and it takes time. So make sure that you come before, or you arrive in Germany before the semester starts. Another thing that might be difficult if you're moving to like big cities, like Berlin, Frankfurt, or München, for example, or Munich. It's kind of difficult to find accommodation. So yeah, just make sure that you plan everything in advance. And once you prepare for all those external preparations, you might also want to plan for the study itself. So for your study, before the semester starts, I'm gonna read the Modulbeschreibung, or the course description, just to know like what I'm gonna expect from this course. And then I'm gonna also have like my own calendar. So in the university they have like academic calendar, and I can see, okay, when should I start to register myself for the courses and etc. But I also use, for example, Google Calendar, just to track everything, especially throughout the semester, like over the semester, on which day I'm gonna have courses, which building. So you are well prepared for the first day of the university or the first day of that semester, and you are not really lost. If you're well prepared, then you have less reason to get stressed, you know. My second point is to get to know other students, and also get to know like your colleagues basically, but also find your friends. It was quite challenging for me to talk with other people, but later on I also realized that people were actually on the same stage as I did. Like, we are just a new students and we just want to figure out things, and we also need help. We also need this network. We also need to find new friends, talk with others. And based on that, I would give you an advice to come to the like introduction lecture or the very first week of the university. It's quite important for you to get to at least know 2-3 people from your studies, and then you might also expand your network later on. But yeah, just a starter, just talk with some people, and then you slowly build your connections. And why this is important, a very simple basic reason is having friends in the university, it just gonna makes your university life more colorful. And the second reason, they are like your support system, source of information. You are not always available to come to the university. You could be sick, you might have to work, and you might not attend a few lectures, and you miss those informations. And how do you keep up with those things? Is just simply through your friends or through other students. So yeah, it's just an essential thing to do in order to survive German university. Number 3, once the semester already starts, you visit your first lecture, and then you sit in the lecture, you just realize, oh, I don't understand this concept. I don't understand what the professor is talking about. I'm lost. Normally, some people are, or some other students are confident enough to just raise their hand and ask the professor or the lecturer directly. But that wasn't the case for me, and I also realized that many other students just don't feel like confident enough to ask a question in a room where there are like 100 other students. What I can suggest to you is to ask questions after the lecture. So that's a tip number 3. Once the lecture comes to an end, everyone knock on the table. You just need to go down, talk to the professor, and ask them, hey, I'm not really sure that I understand this part. Do you mind to repeat it for me? And most of the professor or the lecturers, they are very nice. They also want the students to understand what they are talking about, and they will be very happy to answer your questions. We are coming to the next tip. So tip number 4 is study with the old exam. The amount of materials, the amount of contents that you got from one lecture is very broad and very hard to track, like, okay, what kind of things that I should take from this lecture. If I really need to memorize everything by heart, it takes time. One thing that you might consider to study smarter is to ask for old exams. Normally it will be provided by the professor or the lecturers, or there is like the FSR, Fachschaftsrat. The older generation, they might also already have some notes on, okay, what kind of exams that you might expect. It saves you so much time simply because you know what kind of exam questions that might coming from the course. Now we're coming to the last point of this video, which is look for help if you need it. Studying as an international student in German university might be very challenging for some people, and it's totally normal, and not because no one talking about it, no one is saying like, oh, the exam was very difficult, or I don't understand this part. It doesn't mean that it's not there, and it's just very normal for some people to not understand one part, or to feel like it's very hard for you to keep up with everything, especially if you are not only studying but you're also working, for example, or that you also have other things to do in your private or personal life. It's totally normal. What you need to do is, once you realize like, oh, it's a bit too much, just try to find help. Just try to talk with other people. In most universities, they have like psychological consultation. You can just talk to them, like ask, hey, can we talk about one or two things that I'm currently dealing with, and that kind of stuff. And yeah, it helps a lot, because once you talk with other people, they might also have the same struggle as you are. They might also thinking a lot about, okay, why I don't understand this part, or you guys can also support each other, like, okay, because both of us are struggling, why don't we just try to learn together or study together? And you kind of like finding a solution, just talking to other people, or also to professionals, in this case like psychologists or psychiatrists. So to recap or to conclude my video, here are the 5 points. So the first one is to plan everything, both for external preparation but also for internal preparation. The second one is to get to know other students and also find your friends in the university, because they help a lot, especially they will also become your support system. And the third one is to ask questions to your professors after the lecture in case you don't feel confident enough to ask during the lecture. The first one is to study from old exams. The last one is to get help, find help in case you need it. Yeah, I think that's all from my video. Thank you very much if you guys stay until the last part of this video. Yeah, in case you guys have any other questions or video ideas, other things that you might want to know, just comment down below and leave a thumbs up. Yeah, I think that's how you call it, right? All right, leave a thumbs up and see you guys on my next video. Bye bye.